I'm Rob Lockhart from Westpac Davidson Institute, here to talk to you about business planning. Why? Well, it's been my experience that while business owners usually have a very clear vision of where they want to take their business, rarely do they have a plan on how they are going to get there. And rarer still is actually having it written down. But to my way of thinking, a business plan is essential to achieving your business goals and getting to your chosen destination in better shape. This video provides some guidance on completing a business plan to help you and your business be more successful. In this video, I'm going to explore the concept of business planning, work through the basic reasons for planning, some of the key things that you should consider including in a business plan, and how to ensure your plan remains relevant. Specifically, I'm going to cover the benefits of planning, what to include in your business plan, and reviewing your plan. Let's start by looking at the benefits of planning, and there are many. For me, much of the value actually lies in what you discover or learn during the planning process, as well as the benefits gained from having a written plan. As Peter Drucker, the renowned management author, says, the best way to predict the future is to create it. By spending some time examining your business and the environment it operates in, then forecasting where you'd like to take your business, how you're going to do that, and what may happen along the way, you're able to make much more considered decisions and have a greater likelihood of achieving your goals. The more effort you put into creating the future you want, the greater chance you have of achieving it. So what are the benefits of planning? Firstly, it clarifies your key objectives. A key question for any business owner is, what are you trying to achieve? A common response to that question is, make more profit. But what does that actually mean to you? Are you looking to create an empire for your children's future, or perhaps just enough for you and your family to enjoy life right now? Profit, though, isn't the only reason people are in business. For some, it's about sharing their skills or passions. For others, it's about being independent. And it's also an opportunity to maybe right a wrong or make the world a better place. Whatever it is, developing a business plan will help you to dig a little deeper and identify what it really is that you are looking to achieve, and will help you to articulate that to others who have an interest in the business. A business plan also helps to clarify the way forward. It helps you to plot a pathway and gives you a clearer idea about how long it will take, how much money is required to make it happen, and what you might expect along the way. This has the advantage of helping identify when you are getting off track so that you can find your way back to your chosen path sooner. Finally, a business plan clarifies the key measures of success, or what success looks like for you. Now, for some, it may mean doubling your profits next year. For others, it may mean being recognized with a Business of the Year award, or perhaps it's being able to leave the business in capable hands while you take a well-earned break. Regardless of what success looks like for you, a business plan helps you to clearly define that success, and it helps to keep you on track towards achieving what is important to you and your business. I suppose in the simplest of terms, a business plan answers the who, what, where, when, why, and how questions about your business. Knowing the benefits is an important step in the process. However, the most common question from business owners about planning is, what should I actually put into the plan in the first place? Now, before we get into the framework that I'm going to show you, that's going to help you to answer that question, let me also say that a business plan does not have to be a huge document. Your business plan should be as long or as short as works for your business. It's about being able to articulate what it is that you want to achieve and how you are going to do that. It stands to reason that the more complex the business is, the more in-depth planning will be required. However, it's still about what works for you and your business. There are lots of different templates on the internet that can guide you through completing a business plan. They often include sections entitled marketing, finance, operations, and so on. And they may come with detailed instructions or questions to answer. At the Davison Institute, we encourage using a simple framework called the 7 P's of planning to help guide you through the planning process. The 7 P's are purpose, product, people, place, price, promotion, and performance. Let's take a closer look at each of those elements of your business and how they can be incorporated into a business plan. The first P is for purpose. The purpose of a business should be at the center of every single decision you make. So it's important that you very clearly articulate what your purpose is. Otherwise, it can be easy to lose sight of what you are doing and why. Logically, the purpose of any business is to generate profits for its owners. However, businesses are rarely set up with the sole aim of generating a profit. More often than not, when going into business, the business is being created and run by someone who has the drive to achieve something specific and is using the business as a way to do that. When describing the purpose of your business, ask yourself questions like, what is the reason that the business exists? Why this type of business and not another? What is the specific outcome that the business is trying to achieve and why? When I leave this business, what will I have hoped to have achieved and why? Recording the purpose of your business in your business plan helps keep it clear and at the center of everything you do. Remember, each and every action taken in your business should have the sole focus of helping to achieve the purpose. Okay, to help you achieve your purpose, there are a number of tactics or tasks that you will need to undertake. The first we're going to consider addressing in your business plan is your product, which of course is the goods or services that your business sells. When detailing your product or service in the business plan, there are 3 key areas to address. Firstly, the technical specifications. This is the detail around exactly what your product or service is. What does the product or service do? What are the components that go together to make it? How big is it? How much does it cost? What color is it? For all of those sorts of details. Secondly, production and distribution. How do you actually make the product or provide the service? Where do you source the product or service from? What is the process to get the product onto the shelf? Then, what is the process to get it off the shelf and into your customer's hands? Thirdly, and I actually think most importantly, what benefit does the customer get from purchasing your product or service? Does it solve a problem or satisfy a need? Does it save time or provide convenience? Or does it improve your customer's overall image? By identifying the customer benefits and why they purchase this product from you, it allows you to continually improve your product and helps to effectively market your product as well. The next P to be addressed in your business plan is people. This is about the people that you need to operate the business and achieve your purpose. The time that they invest, the skills that they need, and how they help in the process of making your product or service available to your customers. The first step when thinking about the people that the business needs is to think about all the different jobs that need to get done. Whether that's opening the doors of a morning, keeping your computer records, building the furniture, fixing the cars, or cleaning the office. I always find a good place to start this process, even if you are just a one-man band, is with an organization chart. The chart should show all the jobs that need to get done. These jobs can then be grouped together to create roles, which then allows you to identify what skills and knowledge are necessary to perform those roles, and then select or develop the right people for those roles to help achieve your purpose. When describing people in your business plans, ask yourself questions like, what are the jobs that need to get done? What types of people will get the job done? What skills do they need to get the job done, and how can you develop them if there are any skill gaps? Do you have a succession plan for your people, such as where will you get replacements from? How will you train them? And how long will it take to train them? These questions, of course, are just scratching the surface, but they'll give you some guidance on how to get started. The next P to address in your business plan is place. The choice of location can have a significant impact on a business's success. Choosing the right location increases the chances that a business will be profitable. Choosing the wrong location, however, may put the business at a serious disadvantage. The place is also about the resources you need to distribute your products or services into the market. It may be a physical location such as a shop front or warehouse, or it may be a virtual location or a website. When addressing place in your business plan, ask yourself questions such as, how do you get your product or service to market? Do clients come to you or do you go to them? Do you require a physical structure such as a warehouse or shopfront, or can you operate from a website and manage at home? What attributes does any physical structure require? This is things such as electrical cabling, staff amenities, car parking, and so on. Is there room for growth or the flexibility to change? We also recommend thinking about your place from 3 perspectives. Firstly, access to your customers. Does your place need to be close to or easily accessible by your customers? Are you a destination that requires parking? What hours do you need to be open for your customers? Secondly, access to labor. Does your business need particular skills or a large volume of labor? And if so, is your place able to access those requirements? Are there costs or incentives associated with being located in an area that can provide the labor that you need? And thirdly, access to your suppliers. How easily accessible are your supplies and what costs are associated with that? While the place you currently operate from may be dictated by cost, tradition, or other variables, it is still worthwhile to consider it from these perspectives. This way, you can highlight where your current place may be deficient so that you can implement plans to make the most of what you have. Remember, your place and how you use it should always support you achieving your overall purpose. The 5th P that you use to help achieve your purpose is price. It is one of the most challenging decisions that a business faces is how to price its products and services. Poor pricing decisions can undermine the strength of a business. If the price is too high, customers won't buy the products or services. If the price is too low, there is the risk that the business will not be able to make enough profit to be viable. Your pricing strategy, as defined in your business plan, is about achieving a balance between how much you charge for your product or service, how much of it you can sell at that price, and the costs associated with that volume of product. Getting that balance right is about maximizing your profitability. So setting your prices should take into account what it costs you to produce and sell your product, but just as importantly, how your customers perceive its value. Because while you need to be competitive, you also need to make sure you're not missing out on sales and profits by keeping prices low and undervaluing your product or service. The 6th P to be addressed in your business plan is promotion. Promotion is about how your business connects with people and how they respond. While it includes every single interaction you have with a customer or potential customer, whether that's phone calls, the attitude of your sales staff, or even the layout of your invoice, it's predominantly how you market your business and the products and services that you sell. There are 3 main areas to look at with regard to marketing. Firstly, who is your target market? Be specific here. Ask yourself the questions. Who are the customers you want to deal with? And who are the customers who want to deal with you? Then get to know them really well. Get to know things like their age, gender, culture, where they live, what type of work they do, how well educated they are, and so on. Get to know what makes them happy, sad, or frustrated. Get to know what drives their purchasing decisions. Once you have an understanding of who your target customer is, then you need to consider what the best medium is to communicate with them. That is, where will these customers hear about you? Is it billboards, signage, letterbox drops, the media, simply word of mouth or social media? By understanding your target customers, it should help you understand which mediums your customers engage with and which will provide the best opportunity to deliver your message. And that's the third thing to consider, the message. There are two aspects to any message. Firstly, grabbing the customer's attention. This will generally be what is in it for them. Lead with what your customer wants to hear, not what you want to tell them. The second part of the message is your call to action. If your promotion grabs their attention, what do you then want them to do? Call you, go to your website, go to your store or office, buy your goods or services? Whatever your call to action, make it clear, make it easy to understand, and make it easy for your customer to act upon. The final P for your business plan is performance. This is the measurement of whether you have been successful in achieving your goals and how each of the P's have helped you to achieve your purpose. When defining performance in your business plans, ask yourself questions like, how do I know if I am performing well? What are the things that drive the outcomes I'm looking to achieve, and how do I effectively measure that? Do I have a performance scorecard or dashboard that I can quickly gauge success with? How do I collect the necessary data to ensure that I can measure my performance? Now, your measurements can be either financial or non-financial. Some financial measures could be things like sales, profitability, or even cash efficiency. Non-financial measures could include employee engagement and customer feedback or loyalty. Remember though, there is no right or wrong type of measure. It's whatever tells you as the owner of the business whether you are achieving your purpose or not. The 7 P's of planning is simply a framework for putting a plan together. If you wanted, you could add more and more things to this planning process, but these 7 P's give you a simple way of identifying what is important to the business in achieving its goals. But a business plan is not something that is just written once and lasts forever. It needs to be reviewed for the simple reason that the market is always changing. There are new technologies that can be implemented that enable us to do business quicker and more efficiently. People's tastes may also change over time, meaning that what we could sell a lot of today may not be the product or service of choice tomorrow. Even things such as legislation and the general economy change over time, and our plans need to adjust. So the next logical step is to develop a process of review for your business plan as a simple way of checking if it is still relevant given the current circumstances. Planning is more of a continuous journey than a once-off event. And to our way of thinking, there are 4 key phases in the planning process. It starts with setting your objectives. Here you determine where you want your business to go and how it's going to get there. Next, you implement your tactics. This is about putting your plan into practice and making it happen. This is the stage where the rubber hits the road and you start living your business plan and bringing your 7 P's to life. Then you'll monitor your progress. The performance measures that you have set yourself become critical here, as you can start to measure whether your actions are really achieving the goals that you want them to. And finally, you need to review and modify. If things aren't going as well as you'd hoped, then one of 2 different things may be the problem. Either the plan needs changing because it doesn't quite fit what you are trying to do, or alternatively, you need to change how you are implementing the plan. By reviewing the relevant data about how you have performed against your stated goals, you can then make appropriate changes to give yourself a better chance to achieving those goals. This may then lead to a resetting of those objectives and how you implement your tactics. And so this process continues. How often should you plan? Well, as often as suits the business. You may already have your daily plans, your plan for the month ahead, or even a comprehensive 5-year plan. At the Davis Institute, we suggest that it's worth thoroughly reviewing your plan at least annually. This will ensure that you are still working towards your ultimate long-term goals. Then, say once a month, it's worth monitoring some of the key drivers to see how you are going against your plan to help keep things on track. Throughout this video, I have covered the benefits of planning, being the clarity it brings to your objectives, your way forward, and knowing what success looks like. We then had a look at what to include in a plan and followed the 7 P's of planning framework. Purpose, product, people, place, price, promotion, and performance. And finally, planning is not a one-off. It is a journey. Set your objectives, implement your tactics and tasks, monitor how you are going, and review or modify in need. Thank you so much for watching our video on business planning. I trust that you found this information useful and relevant, and I do encourage you to check out the other resources on the Davidson Institute website to help build your financial confidence. Can I suggest continuing your learning journey by watching the Optimizing Business Planning video? Optimizing Business Planning takes a higher level look at business planning and covers some of the useful tools that may help make your planning more effective. Bye for now.